We got Pico over there trying to play a video game.
What up? I picked the weirdest game ever tonight. I don't even know what the fuck it is.
And we also have Wanna Trade Pants.
I am not Alex.
Aka Frank. I'd like
Yes,
to open
Aka Frank.
Aka Frank. I'd like to open with the question. Sora's in Smash. What are your thoughts?
Oh, that okay? I had no idea. This is news to me.
Okay, Sora with the Keyblade or Sora no Keyblade?
With the Keyblade.
Lame. Do you really need
Wait,
another
why would
fucking
you-
Sora character? Where's Luigi?
Is Roxas a costume alt or something like that?
No, I don't
No,
think so.
it's
I'm not versed well enough in.
No, his
I-
alt costumes are from like all the other games.
oh, okay.
And actually, he has like an old timey alt, which is really cool. Like a black and white old timey Sora.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I thought that was that really wowed me, that skin.
I think it's kind of an appropriate, like it's a good last hurrah at the very least. If it's not anything we were particularly looking forward to, like I think going with Kingdom Hearts as the last Smash character is not that bad.
They
Like,
got the mouse to agree to it, so
yeah.
that's an achievement of itself.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I went full circle with it. Like when it first got revealed, I was like, "Oh, that's cool," but I wasn't like too excited. But I think as they showed him more, I was like, "Oh, this is pretty cool."
I was pretty much the same way, especially after sitting on it. I was like, no, that is cool. That's a neat pick. Just wasn't my top pick.
No.
What is this game? Oh yeah, my name is Hot Joe. I didn't. That's not a name I said in the game.
Your name is Hot Joe.
Someone get Joey in here.
Is
Because
Joey
he's hot.
Is Joey in the waiting room? Do we got Hot Joey?
He's still in the pre-show.
You can bring him in anyway.
No, he's in there. Hey, Hot Joe.
That's right. I was in the rating room, baby.
Hot Joey, give us the hot take on Sora from Smash.
I'm sorry to disappoint you with a not hot take because good lordy, I love me some Sora, and he's so much cooler than every other sword user. He got the magic, he got the Mickey, he got the whole shebang. I'm so excited.
I
was
could be
beaming.
cooler than Sephiroth.
Yeah, actually, Disney and Smash is super cool.
Sephiroth is quaking in his boots. He's gonna get beat by Cloud and Sora in a different game. There's no rest for that one-winged angel.
He always
I
has to
wish
be
there
beat.
was more Disney though. Like if he brought Goofy and Donald with him, that would be like.
It would be nice. I mean, we can get a Duck Hunt reskin. We can mod a nice Duck Hunt.
Well, you know what that final Smash is?
He shoots the you know more. You tell him.
He seals the doorway to darkness. Like he like throws you into the door and then seals you behind it. Like
why was Sakurai like, yeah, I'm not gonna show you the final Smash,
And then it was just like that was it.
He showed it. I had to go to work, and I get to work and oh no, he showed the Smash. Like, goddamn, that's the whole reason I want to watch this thing.
Oh yeah. By the way, Air's not here this week.
Rest in peace, Aramis. I'll take your spot, no problem.
Air will be missing.
His mic's not muted. He's
Yeah.
actually not here.
Wait, can the stream hear me this week? I don't want to mess this up again.
I could hear it when I was there.
Cool.
Okay, that's good. Yes.
Is the horror jazz loon sounding good too? Cool. Sorry to interrupt. I just want to make sure my levels are good.
Yeah, horror Jazloon's good.
So yeah, the Mickey keychain probably is all they were allowed to do.
Yeah, the fact that they led with the Mickey keychain is a huge like Disney baby.
Yeah.
Even on the on that like stained glass piece, I can't remember what they call that world, but of Sora like asleep, they changed the the faces on it from
Donald and Goofy.
Donald and Goofy to just being like the little star fruit and boat.
When I think of Kingdom Hearts, that's what I think of.
And they said, "All right, you can have Sora, but you can't have everybody."
I wonder if this will inspire Disney to get off their ass and make their own Disney-based Smash clone.
They don't need to. They're
That would-
making too much money doing everything.
I know.
We
If they
can
made
wish.
a competent fighter game.
I mean, look at Nickelodeon. They're doing it.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Tomorrow's big
Everyone,
release
everyone
day.
was all excited about Power Toast Man. I don't know who
Yeah.
else is in the game. I think Cat Dog's in the game and Angry Beavers, but I don't know
I
who
heard
else.
that Garfield has been data mined.
Really?
I heard that. I saw a meme of that today. It could just be a meme, but that'd be if it's not a meme, that's very funny. If it is a meme, it's also very funny.
I feel like they're going all in on the meme stuff with this
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, the people who are putting it together are definitely fans of the community and fans of the series, because like SpongeBob's taunts just all being SpongeBob memes, like perfect.
All right.
They made a action figure set like SpongeBob memes.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh.
shoot, yeah. They've got. There's a lot of good meme. They do. There's SpongeBob meme pins. They've even done it for like Cartoon Network's cash in on it. There's a bunch of Tom and Jerry figures that like screenshots of them in funny looking shapes, like the triangle cheese
Yeah.
Jerry. I've got that figure on order. The long mailbox looking Tom.
Triangle Cheese Jerry? Do you mean from Rocco's Modern Life?
Oh my
No, there's
God,
like a
no.
still that was going
Your
around.
wacky deli cheese.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I know what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
Oh yeah, and then the box Tom. Yeah, those are coming.
That's amazing.
Where'd we go?
Has anyone ever seen Mickey Mouse in Runaway Brain? That short cartoon.
Now.
No.
It played in the theater, like I think it played before a Goofy movie. They have,
Oh
like,
yeah, it was scary.
They have like in the beginning of the game, Mickey is playing video games and he's playing like a Mortal Kombat version of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and it's like hilarious.
That's what
That's
we
really
need.
cool.
So it's like Doc fighting Grumpy or something? Like what do you mean Mortal Kombat?
It's
Snow
like
White?
all the dwarves like fighting the witch or something. They're like, and she's like, the witch is like throwing apples, and I don't know. It's like hilarious though the way it's animated.
Hey, this is really funny. I'm watching it right now. I'll link it in the discussion. Yeah, that looks great. What a fun game.
But yeah, if Disney makes a fighting game, it should be that game.
Dopey aerial kicking, aerial combo.
Do not fuck with my Gaston.
I guess I just don't know. Like half of these kids, it feels weird having Nigel Thornberry in a brawler type game. Like he was just an ordinary dude, and now he's gonna be fighting like a dog and a cat and a dinosaur.
I don't know. You gotta think he protects his family out in the jungle.
Hmm.
Like, if there's like a baboon or something, he's gonna kill that thing to save his family. I think he is a brawler. I think he's fucking jacked under that shirt. If you like rip that off, that'd be like hairy, gleaming chest, glory.
Well, I'm surprised that's not a meme yet. Bare-chested Nigel Thornberry.
I bet Nigel could beat the Avatar.
I'm actually afraid to Google it because I guarantee it's out.
Oh,
You just
100%.
could beat the Avatar. I want to see this tier list once we have actual an actual meta for Nickelodeon Smash.
I heard Korra wasn't that good, and I was disappointed to hear that. So
Did they
Yeah,
get
I guess
Tim
we'll
Curry to voice Nigel?
that's the thing about the game. There is no voice acting.
Oh wow.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's like eerily quiet.
There's no background sound as well.
There's no music.
Just
All they
slapping
have
each other.
is the
The sound effects.
So they have SpongeBob and he doesn't say
You're
anything?
right. Yeah, no one says anything. There's no voice acting at all.
Oh, that's like
It,
really dumb.
yeah,
What
it,
the
it
hell?
makes the game feel so weird to watch, and it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, the game missing textures does look. It looks like it's missing a whole layer of just artwork on every character and every background.
Yeah,
That's really
Well-
just because it seems like they put a lot of focus on the actual fighting mechanics and stuff.
yeah. It seemed like it was made by people, or these devs did make a Smash type clone game. I think. Can't remember what.
Will
it
there be voice acting DLC?
Yeah, I guess it was budget saving on voice acting money, but I don't know. Nickelodeon's probably got some cash somewhere.
Mhm.
It'll be in the definitive edition, the audio file exclusive.
They made that Cartoon Network one. I guess it wasn't really
Yeah.
like a Smash clone, but they made that game like a while ago.
Yeah.
But that had voices.
Right. I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I don't know anything about voice acting, so who's to say?
They got Space Ghost as the announcer in that game.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Oh, that's
I
cool.
remember that now.
I just got a Space Ghost toy from Hardee's today. They have like an Adult Swim thing going on, and you can buy toys with like adult meals.
Oh, nice.
They're little blind bags. You can get Birdman, a Sea Lab character, Robot Chicken, Meatwad. I got Nathan Explosion, Harvey Birdman. Nice little selection.
That is interesting. Adult
Yeah.
meals.
Yeah, I'm a sim for any sort of Adult Swim merch.
The markets are changing, so they know you'll buy it. I mean,
I have
I
no
want
idea
some of
where
those.
Hardee's is.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't think I
know.
live anywhere near one.
I saw some places got exclusive T-shirts for the employees, and they're selling them for like $100.
Oh my god.
It's like the Travis Scott meal employee shirts were like going for $100 at the time.
Jeez.
So funny.
Thank you all for joining us on our
Yeah.
horror-themed podcast.
Where we talked about no horror and no video game vinyl in the first quarter of the podcast.
That's how it is sometimes.
Yeah.
In the spirit.
Oh,
So I have a thing about horror games soundtracks. It's just like I like playing horror games, but I don't recognize like the soundtrack is part of the overall atmosphere of the game, and so like I don't consciously absorb it. So I've never, collected any like the Resident Evil stuff or Silent Hill stuff, but I think the only one I do have is Rule of Rose, because that is such a overwhelming soundtrack. Like that is such a where the music is kind of the forefront. And I don't know, in video games, in horror games, like it kind of feels like it's not. I don't know. Am I alone there, or just have I not played
Right.
enough horror games in like the past few years?
I think I'm in a similar vein, but I think it's more that it's more ambient, like
Mhm.
the ambient horrors kind of stuff that you're thinking of. But I also haven't played a ton of horror games, but I think everyone else in here has, at least.
No, I'm gonna echo that. I haven't played too many horror games. And every soundtrack I listen to, it's like this sounds like it's just supposed to put you in the feeling of it's spooky.
I'm
It's
scared.
gonna turn up when a scary happens.
Frank, have you
Like
ever
it's
played a
scared.
horror game?
I've played a few.
Yeah, Banana Mania was that one.
Banana Mania is not a horror game, but I did play it tonight.
Ugh.
Oh, so the other thing about Banana Mania. Look, I was talking about Banana Mania before this started.
Hard turn. We're talking about Super Monkey Ball.
I was really disappointed in the new soundtrack, so I immediately had to buy like the original soundtrack DLC.
Yeah.
Oh my god, they have it as DLC. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Oh my god.
I bought
Yeah.
that as well because I wasn't that impressed.
No, it's kind of boring, and the original soundtrack's great.
It just doesn't make sense to go from such like I don't know. It's so different from the original a monkey ball and then just to make it that boring. Whenever they're trying to take so much from the originals, I don't get it.
They just wanted to sell $5 DLC.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, we could talk about horror stuff.
No,
No, I would argue
We're
that
here for
a Monkey
Monkey
Ball
Ball.
game with a bad soundtrack is a horror game.
I could
What did you
see-
say? Sorry.
A Monkey Ball game with a bad soundtrack could be qualified as a horror
Yeah.
game.
Yeah. No, the soundtrack's not bad. It's just kind of
It's there.
boring.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And we all likely bought the Mondo release, so
The I Am 8-Bit one?
that's what I meant. I get those mixed up in my head, and I have no clue why.
So that I Am 8-Bit release is for the new soundtrack. Is that's correct?
I don't think nobody really knows.
Yeah.
Honest, like it's really confusing.
Yeah, I didn't buy it because it was confusing.
Yeah.
I think if I had to make an assumption, I would say it is the new music, but it's very unclear. And like, I was looking at the track list, and I saw some stuff from like Banana Blitz and stuff in there, like other Monkey Ball games. So I have like no idea what's going on with that thing. I guess it's just like a hodgepodge. I also don't know Banana Mania that well. There might be
Right.
like classic songs in there, stuck in there. I don't know.
Yeah. Like someone said, Zach, I think said, I panic bought the limited Monkey Ball soundtrack just in case it would disappear.
Mm-hmm.
I
Did
feel
it
that.
disappear?
I don't know.
It did. It sold out.
Okay. So, I guess we'll see what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Good stonks purchase there, Zach.
Yeah, it's difficult whenever they do some of these releases to games that aren't out yet. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Sonic Colors one,
Mm-hmm.
which is also I Am 8-Bit. Like, I feel like 90% of the people who bought that Sonic Colors thing didn't realize that it was the remix tracks.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I noticed. I didn't know Sonic Colors that much, so I looked at the track list and Googled them, realizing that it's pretty different from the originals.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, it kind of seems like Sonic games do have a varied soundtrack, at least by generation. Like the Genesis era is way different from the Dreamcast era when it comes to Sonic music.
Oh yeah, for sure. I love the middle era Sonic music, or I don't know. You can't call it middle anymore, but I mean like the early 3D before Dreamcast.
3D Blast or
Pinball's my favorite.
Oh, I love Spinball.
Yeah, Spinball's Spinball and Mean Bean Machine are two of my favorite obscure soundtracks for Sonic.
Yeah, the Mean Bean Machine soundtrack's great. Sonic CD Japanese will always be my favorite Sonic soundtrack by far.
and that's the one that unfortunately that Data Discs did the US version, right?
No, they did the Japanese version.
Oh shit.
But people were disappointed that it didn't include the US songs.
Okay, yeah, that's right. I knew it was one way or the
There
other.
was some kind of disappointment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They also couldn't include like the vocal tracks either.
Uh-huh.
And no Sonic Boom.
Damn.
Yeah, no Sonic Boom.
Yeah,
But Sonic Boom's in the US version, but yeah, it's I forget. I don't think they have the Japanese theme in there either.
Man, what a shame.
That's-
That Sonic. I'm about to make a 7-inch for that for
The
Sonic Boom.
licensing to so many of those like vocal songs in games always can just hurt soundtracks.
And I was kind of disappointed with this Sonic CD cover art. It's just not. I don't know. Looks kind of boring, and it reminds me of the fake transparency of Photoshop.
I could see that now.
That's funny. Funny grid.
Alright. So,
What is this game?
Yeah, tell us about this
It
game,
fucking
Pico.
sucks.
Yeah, Pico.
I don't really understand what's going on at all.
why
It looks
is,
pretty
It's
scary.
really repetitive and boring.
You're
Is
like
it
a
Game Boy
Tamagotchi
Color?
fighter.
I think
Game
so.
Boy
I'm like
Color?
a Tamagotchi fighter. I can't go anywhere basically, but the town, and they just tell me I need money, and then it's like I only can sell shit to get money. You don't win money in battles, and basically he's like the only thing they told me, like the secret guy I paid all this money, is like, yo, bruh, you need to give your Tamagotchi an item. He'll take you somewhere, but the items are really expensive, and he just eats the ones I give him, and it's kind of fucking boring. I might go into a tournament. I'm not sure. The fighting system sucks. Super stale.
What was this game called?
Little Monster, LIL. That's how they
Hey,
spell Lil.
Lil Monster. What a name!
It
I
seemed
love
like it
that,
was cool.
LIL.
It has cool art.
Right, and then
I'm
it
gonna jump in
was.
this tourney and see what happens.
I feel like I've been looking at your little monster there, just standing.
Yeah, he's got like a little dildo on his head, and he's fighting like a
It's
cupcake.
hard.
And I just kind of select the. I don't even know if I'm really selecting like what I'm
Mhm.
hitting him with. I don't even know what the battle system is. I'm kind of just mashing buttons. But I'm gonna beat this Hebo's ass apparently.
All right, I have a question
Yes.
pertaining to horror.
We're on. Yes,
No
let's go.
way.
What was your earliest memory of a video game scaring you? And not I don't mean like specifically a horror game. I just
Right.
mean any game.
I need to look this up.
I remember Bart's Nightmare on the Super Nintendo having some just like, I don't know if it's scaring me, but it just like it weirded me out in very uncomfortable ways. And I'm trying to remember, just like
There,
yeah, like fighting the little devil levels in that game. I don't know.
Oh, like the
Did-
Indiana Jones one?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
don't
has
know.
a
It's just like
creepy atmosphere to it a bit.
yeah.
I can't remember what this game was, but like, it's probably one of my earlier memories as a whole. There was this NES game had like, I want to say a house in the background, and like some blood was coming out of like a hand or something from a character, and it was like some kind of horror themed game, but
Monster Party, maybe.
maybe I'm gonna
I
look
think
up the
that has,
cover.
like- Oh, it's actually the cover of the game.
Yeah,
trying
the
to
cover of the game like scared me, so whenever I'd play it, I'd be extra scared. I'll look
I
it up.
also remember. I remember this point and click game I would watch my brother play called Darkseed. Just like really spooked me. I don't remember all that much about it, but apparently, well, okay. To my credit, it is a psychological horror point and click game. So like just looking at the backgrounds in it are just like very bad, like scary kind of cyberpunk sort of dystopian future looking things. And I just remember cutscenes playing and just like really giving me the willies.
Say mine were pretty generic. I know a lot of people share them. Are the haunted piano from
Oh yeah,
Mario 64,
Mhm.
and then the mansion level. The re-deads from Ocarina of Time were
Oh, of course,
Oh,
yeah.
just
yeah. I
absolutely
hated becoming an
bone-chilling.
adult in Ocarina.
Yeah, exactly. I never wanted to.
That
There were times I would
scream.
stop playing it for months because okay, I
Yeah.
don't want to do this right now, and then I get back into it. It's like, oh, I forget I'm here.
Yeah.
And, also,
And just being frozen in place, yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
with
that's
it.
being paralyzed, and they just creep towards you. Oh. What? And then Princess Peach's portrait turning into Bowser in 64 in the first Bowser stage. That really, really scared me as a kid. Like, it stuck with me for a long time. And the floor falling out from under you, it just catches me off guard. Spooky.
I'm
So
lame. I was old enough. I was young enough to get scared by Resident Evil on PlayStation. That
Oh.
shit scared the fuck out of me.
Yeah,
Oh,
that first cutscene where you see the zombie turning around after feasting on that guy. Oh, I forget who he was feasting on.
I would say Resident Evil was probably the first game I played that was trying to scare me.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I never had a PS1 growing up, but my buddy down the street did, and Tyrant was a very, very scary thing for me to watch him do, because I was always really bad at it because he would play, I didn't know how to play. So when he got to Tyrant, that was the scariest thing in the world, and whenever we would play we would play Resident Evil, just like pretend. We thought that 100 pounds was the heaviest thing in the world, so we called Tyrant the 100-pound zombie, and we would always run around saying, "Oh, the 100-pound zombie's gonna get us!" Like, so Tyrant was a very scary 100-pound monster.
Was it Kenneth? Was that the guy that was being eaten? I don't remember. I'm still trying to remember the guy's name.
Yeah. I think it might have. Oh, I remember. It's a later Resident Evil, but it really creeped me out in Code Veronica when like there was that cutscene that played with the two kids ripping off the dragonfly wings. Just like, I don't know, just that sort of creepiness is just stuck with me.
Yeah, Code Veronica has definitely some creepy stuff in it.
Alfred and I forget the girl's Alexia. Yeah.
One of the like later horror things that stuck with me was Eternal Darkness. We would play with the sanity. There's a sanity gauge that messes with your game. And we'd have that be our weakest stat, and it would like pretend to reset the game. It would put bugs on your TV. It would like,
oh wow,
yeah. So,
I love all the stuff that game does.
Yeah.
Like especially, it pretends it's erasing your save data.
Yeah.
That one's awesome.
It's like, oh, this is corrupt. And like, I remember having like this CRT TV that bugs would get into, and it did that the one time, and I tried to hit the bug away, and that always stuck with me. Just like, oh shit.
Yeah, they have the CRT like volume control thing.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, like half of the stuff that won't work now, but
right.
Yeah, that game is amazing.
Game. I love that.
That'd be
one.
a fun culture shock for someone young playing an old game. Be like, what the heck is this?
Yeah.
I think Joey, you've been a delight here, but I'd like to ask someone else about their kind of horror movie or horror game experiences.
Yes. Get
So
me
I'm
out of here.
Get him out.
Pleasure to be here. Thanks everybody.
Yes.
Big haunted ass man.
See you later, hot Joey.
Son of a bitch. Yeah.
I've never seen Pigeon in the waiting room. Do you mind if we bring Pigeon in?
Get Pigeon in.
Hello, Pigeon. You are on the air.
Pigeon.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm here. I'm alive. I'm a real boy.
Hi.
Hey, whoa.
Hey.
I'm spooked. I didn't think I was gonna be on the air my first time here. That's kind of cool.
Never
Oh,
seen
man.
you in the waiting room before,
Halloween
so
miracle.
Yeah, I just happened to like finally be off work, and I was like, man, I wonder what's going on tonight. And I was like, hey, the podcast is on.
Yeah, a little
I never got
podcast
to see it
going.
live before. I've seen some of the recordings and really liked them. Really cool that you guys are all here and I get to come on board. Oh man.
Fair.
Horror games. Geez. There was something on the PS1. It has haunted me for years and years. I have never figured out the name of what it was. I want to say it wasn't even a horror game, but it still scared 6-year-old me to my core. And in fact, it scared me so hard that I wouldn't go back over to my friend's house just because I thought he would ask me to play the game with him.
Oh wow.
And
Lemmings 1 and 2.
I was one of those kids where I was like, okay, well, if the host asked me to do something, like I have to do it. I have to be polite. You know, that's what my parents said. You know,
Yeah.
you gotta do. So it was some game, and maybe you guys can help me. I don't know. I've even tried like asking people on Reddit and stuff about this.
Really?
It's like you're on a boat in the middle of a lake, and it's dark outside, and you're some like terrible looking polygonal character. You know, PS1 graphics, and there's like monsters that are attacking you out on this lake. And when we first played it, like we played it down in, I think it was literally like a tornado shelter. It was like a basement in this kid's house, and like it was dark. There was nothing else out, and we were playing this game. These monsters were attacking me, and like those monsters were like literally in my dreams for like weeks. And I would go to Sunday school that my parents made me go to, of course, and I would like tell all the other kids there, like, if you guys played this game, these monsters come and attack you. Ooh, you know, like it was so edgy back then. Like
Right.
I was like, the game is rated M, I'm pretty sure, you know, so I felt
So
like
it's
such a
super
badass.
scary.
Yeah, I just
That's how the game starts.
I don't think it starts that way. I
Oh.
think it was just
Okay.
art in the game where, you know, he was just like, hey, play this game that I have. And I've never been able to, I don't remember enough details really to like give a better description than that. I'll try to think of more later.
So
But
just
What
how
was
One day
like
I'll
the
find
battle system like? Did you like
Um,
fight them like
yeah, I think
third
you
person,
actually, you
or
thought
was it like
yeah, it was
RPG?
definitely third person, and like third person, you're moving around, you're controlling a character, you're on a dark, spooky lake on a boat, and like there's monsters
What?
attacking you. Oh man.
Were they dinosaurs? Dino Crisis. Boom.
They could have been. If it, okay, I'll laugh at myself if it was like Dino Crisis or something.
Dino Crisis is scary.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean,
I mean,
to
a
be
crisis
fair,
with
like,
dinosaurs sounds fucking scary to me.
Like I was creeped out by like the Bowser's Castle of Mario Kart 64. Like I was literally like that scared of a kid. Like I was like, you know, I couldn't handle it, man.
Someone in chat said Cold Fear.
That's on PS2.
Oh, okay.
Cold Fear. Could have been PS2, but I think it was PS1 for the timeline. It looks. I mean, from the front cover at least, it's got a guy
It's
like
something
on
with
a
a
boat,
boat.
like fighting monsters. Yeah, I'll have to look at some screenshots, see if it brings back any memories. Oh God, it'll like send me into shock on the air. Sorry guys, I gotta go.
Yeah, from the screenshots, it looks like a game that you couldn't mistake PS2 graphics for PS1.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So-
I have a really good horror game story that I just thought of that I can tell you guys. Okay, so way back in the day, this was like freshman year of high school, I think maybe, and like it was Left 4 Dead 2, and my friends and I had like just gotten into playing Left 4 Dead big time, and like Left 4 Dead 2 came out, we were all super hyped for it, and I'm that type of person that I mod the shit out of like every game that I play on PC. And so it came out on PC, and all the maps were going to come out for free and
Hacker
everything.
man.
Yeah. And I had this friend Scott who was my roommate at the time, and we were playing Left 4 Dead. We were really good at it, and Scott knows I like to mod things, and so he found out where my mod folder was one day, and he went on and just found all like the skeeziest, like weirdest possible mods he could fucking find, and like put them all in that folder, and broke the shit out of my game. But the best one by far. So like the game starts up. And I'm like, oh, this is kind of weird. Like, why is Master Chief here now? You know, he was on like the title screen or something. And we get into like a level, and I'm like not thinking much of it. And I'm like, it's probably some bullshit mod I put on or whatever. And the characters in that game were like Coach, Trevor, I forget the name of the girl and the other guy. But I'm playing one of the guys, and right in my fucking face, like the level starts in an elevator, and there is a massive, perfectly nude Trevor like in the elevator, and like my mom walks in the room because she's like over visiting.
Oh my
like
God.
looks over at my screen, and like I'm sitting in an elevator with like a massive like polygonal nude Trevor and a coach who's been modded to be like SpongeBob or something. So there's like SpongeBob right next to this nude man, and we're like in this elevator like with a shotgun in my hand, and man, that took some explaining. I really had to. Like I didn't know
you
what the fuck
couldn't
was going
explain
on.
it.
Yeah, at the time
This
I
is
was
what
like,
you
I
do
really
in
don't
your
know what's
free
going
time.
on. Like I'm serious, and of course she didn't believe me. Like
Hey, we're kids.
you're playing these kind of games, you know? Like, oh man. And Scott like told me later, he's like, yeah, dude, sorry, I just fucking loaded your mod folder with like every possible like shit mod I could get my hands on.
That's-
My
That's true horror, having your mom
Yeah.
walk in on the nude mods.
It really was. It really was. Oh man, my favorite mod he probably put on though was this was the best mod anyone's ever made for a game. You can't convince me otherwise. Is that you know tanks in that game, right? You can hear them ways off. They make like a lumbering noise, and you know, oh shit, there's a tank coming. Well, he replaced that sound with the guy from SpongeBob who goes chocolate. and it would start off really, low volume, like you could hear it in the distance, like chocolate. Then it would get louder and louder as the tank got nearer and nearer. And it was really funny because I would usually be the first one to hear it. Eventually I just left the mod on because it was useful. And like we would play
Right.
like the hardest difficulty, and I'd be the first one to pick up on it because I would hear like the chocolate. And I'd be like there's a tank coming, and we'd play with other groups, and they'd be like, how does your friend like always know when the tank is coming? And I'd be like, well, it's because the chocolate guy, he tells me, It's great.
Yeah.
Oh man, good times.
Yeah. So,
Do you own any spooky video game vinyl?
Oh man, I don't know if I'd call Dark Souls spooky. Let me look through.
I'd say it's a Halloween game.
Yeah, I've been replaying Dark Souls 3 lately. It's got good spooky flavor, like Bloodborne, Demon Souls. I love this. The atmosphere in those games is awesome. It's half the reason to play.
I love Demon Souls so much.
Yeah. Oh, it's so punishing though. Like, it's just so brutally punishing. Like the checkpoints are so far across. Like even the remaster, I was expecting like, oh, they'll probably update some things for the remaster, make it a little more casual, a little more accessible. But no, it is still just balls to the wall. Like dying feels so bad. Like, oh, it was tough.
I used to play it at this mushroom house. I used to go to this house with this guy who's like way older, and all these people used to hang out there. And they grew mushrooms upstairs, so we'd all just do mushrooms and play Demon Souls. So I feel like I could literally play Demon Souls blindfolded. Like that fucking game is like ingrained in like my muscle memory like crazy. Demon Souls is so good on mushrooms. I suggest everybody try it.
I feel like that would be a nightmare on shrooms. Like the bosses would just like terrify the shit out of you. I don't know.
Everything just looks so cool.
Yeah, even the first,
Yeah.
like the failings.
Pico,
And
what
just the
is-
whole like existentialness of like losing your souls and then having like one chance to get them back. And you're like, damn. And you lose. I lose it all the time. I mean, that's Demon Souls.
That's how it goes, man. Like
When you farm like 5 million souls and then you accidentally fall off the ledge and you're just like, ugh, break the controller.
dude, yeah. Man, Bloodborne, I think, has probably one of my favorite atmospheres of any game in like the last 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah, I haven't played Bloodborne yet because it's only on PS4, or am I mistaken there?
I think you're correct.
Okay, yeah.
In terms of the game world, I would say Bloodborne is probably the best of those.
It definitely seemed like the spookiest when I saw a friend play it.
I won't reveal it for you or for anyone else, but it has a very slow, methodical reveal about the universe in which you are inhabiting that is so spectacular. Like, you kind of find things out about the world you're inhabiting the more you play in like a really subtle way. And it's such a cool, like, gradual reveal. It's such an awesome universe, like really, really well done.
I don't know
Is this-
shit
Is
about
this
Bloodborne.
Return to Oz Racing?
Yeah, what is this game?
I don't know. I picked something called Halloween. I have like a lot of like games. I picked
Yeah.
something called Halloween Racer. I was like, this is Halloween themed. The game fucking sucks though.
Yeah, it looks like you've just been doing the same thing for like 15
I have to
minutes.
push forward to go. So like I'm
Oh
literally
my
just
God.
holding forward. It hurts so much. But I committed. I gotta play this Halloween championship. So
you could,
I gotta
yeah.
beat this ghost's ass
yeah,
right
you gotta
here.
beat the ghost.
A lot of F-Zero tapping.
Mhm.
Yeah, a lot of tappa the break.
it's definitely interesting to watch at least.
Mhm.
I
Not
guess,
even
to
a
an
car,
extent.
just a fucking
Yeah.
scarecrow. Whatever, it's fucking Halloween.
Right. Well, thank you for joining us, Pigeon. Do you have any closing thoughts on the spooky podcast?
Well, thanks so much for inviting me. I guess my first thought, and the second one is just so excited for like Halloween in general. I've been watching all these spooky movies, gonna play spooky games. It's great.
Alright, would you rather have Jason kill you or Freddy kill you?
Definitely Freddy.
Freddy
Same.
for sure, because he does things like I think it's the second movie. My favorite thing Freddy ever does is he like takes that girl who wants to be a famous actress and he like shoves her head into the TV and kills her, and he goes, "Welcome to prime time, bitch." And I'd want my death to be something like that, you know?
Yeah, I'd
Something
choose
funny.
Jason because I like sleeping and not having to be scared of being asleep. So
Jason gets you while you're having sex, while you're sleeping, and then he like does a really funny joke with your body to scare other people. He like sets your body up like a kid would set a trap up in Home Alone just to scare more people. Jason's fucking crazy. That
That's
guy's
good,
wild.
too. If I'm gonna die, I want to go out, in the bone zone. Just take me out right then and there. Let's end it.
Yeah.
Always from under the bed. I think there's a kill
Yeah.
like that in every single movie. Through the bottom of the bed mattress.
Well, thanks so much for having me on. I'll be waiting.
Thanks. Thanks for joining us. All
I
right.
think at this point we want to bring our sponsor in.
Is oh, right, that yeah. We need the sponsorship money. Sponsor? Are you there? The spooky sponsors?
Well, it's about time.
we're a little off the clock.
Yeah. Well, this episode's sponsor has been all about time. Atrex. Do you want quality, luxury, and status symbol all on your wrist? Well, guys, you're getting it tonight for a limited time. And only for our live watchers. Atrex will be giving away a free watch. So
Wait,
just
what?
make sure to claim your watch. Call now at 1-800-420-6969.
Operator
Alex-
is standing by.
Before I do go, Alex, you know what time it is?
No.
What time
Which
is it?
Alex?
Oh, Alex G. please.
Okay, cool.
What time is it?
Actually, let's do Alex T. How about that?
Okay. Okay.
What time is it? Do you know what time it is?
It's 9:43.
No, it's time to watch Big Ass Haunted Mansion.
Oh. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the listeners.
Is the mansion like big, or is it like is a personified mansion
It's
where
like
it has
a
an actual big ass?
big ass haunted mansion. They got
At this
big
point,
ass.
I've completely forgotten what Big Ass Haunted Mansion's all about.
You know the Scooby-Doo emoji that we have in this Discord? It's from like a Scooby-Doo porn.
Ah.
And
Oh.
it's called Big Haunted Mansion.
Mhm.
Or Big Ass Haunted Mansion. I'm so sorry.
There.
I guess that's with the theme, so
So the mansion doesn't actually have a fat ass.
I don't know.
I don't think it seemed from the production values of that GIF, they couldn't afford to get a mansion as a filming location.
Yeah.
Oh, so I could talk about the first thing that ever scared me,
Yes,
which
please.
Yes, please.
from a video. Well, it wasn't actually in a game. It was in a Toys R Us flyer.
What?
So, the first thing that scared me, video game related, was I was looking at a Toys R Us flyer, and it was advertising a game called Dracula. I think it was Dracula Master of Darkness for Game Gear,
Oh.
and the cover was just like this cheesy looking picture of Dracula, but it looked like kind of realistic. I think it was a painting. And the cover of that game really scared me as a kid. And just the fact that there was a game about something scary,
Yeah.
that the idea in of itself was like,
Wait, they
scary.
can do that? Yeah. These games can be scary.
Yeah, okay, I'm looking at that cover. It looks like a twisted type of Castlevania.
yeah, I have no idea what the game even is, but I remember that it was for Game Gear and it was a Dracula game.
Can you send it to me real quick?
Yeah. I can.
I'm gonna put it up on the stream real quick.
Where's Discord?
I don't know.
Alright, I'm posting
Somewhere.
it in the discussion.
Okay. Oh, there goes the video. Frank is scared. I'm sorry.
And I'm trying to remember other things. Like, this is not going to make any sense, and I'm going to sound so lame saying this. But, oh, no. Okay, so that's not the picture.
Oh, that's not.
No. I think that might be an
I
alternate
think someone
cover or
else
something.
posted it. Let me pull this up. My guess is it is this one.
It's just like a Dracula's face.
Yeah, then this is
And
for
it-
sure.
He looks like pretty derpy too, but it scared me as a kid.
Is it?
Yes, that is it.
Now Frank's scared.
So that picture scared me. I was probably like 3 years old or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, like the weirdest things can do that. Just like it's simple, but
Well, okay. This next thing is way weirder and way stupider.
I love it. Let's hear it.
So I had Mario Paint. Something in Mario Paint scared me. Well, actually, two things in Mario Paint scared me. One thing was if you turn the music off in that game, because you know how you can change the background music when you're drawing.
Yeah.
One of them options is you could just mute it, and
Oh.
when you mute it, you hear someone sneeze every once in a while, and it's almost like a jump scare.
Yeah.
So-
so to hear someone sneeze from a video game and
I
then
think-
silence.
I think there's a lot of weird things about that game, but I think they put that in as like a joke.
Yeah.
Like it's dead silent, and then like someone sneezes out of nowhere. Like it's supposed to be funny, but I thought it was just the weirdest thing ever, and I was so scared of it. The other thing in that game that scared me, which makes even less sense, was the mode where you can design a stamp.
Oh.
The background music on that screen scared me for some reason. It made me feel really uneasy and weird.
Huh. That is interesting. Like I'm certain I have more things like that, where it's just like I'm playing this regular game, but I was so scared over nothing, but my memory's terrible, so I have a hard time.
Yeah, this is going back to like my earliest
Yeah.
memories of things scaring me. I also had Adam's Family Values for Super Nintendo. That really scared me. Really, really weird game. I actually don't blame myself for being scared of that one because
Okay.
that game is really strange. It's like
Nintendo
a
games are so fucking weird.
it's made by Ocean. It's based on the Addams Family Values movie. So you're playing as Fester. And it has like weird digitized graphics of like Christopher Lloyd and Raul Julia, like the actors.
Oh.
So that looked odd to me.
I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
It's also a Link to the Past ripoff. Like it plays a lot like Link to the Past, but just your Uncle Fester.
Oh,
But,
amazing.
It's also like extremely cryptic. You have no idea what to do.
Mhm.
But that game always made me feel like kind of uncomfortable, and I feel like it still does. So, and one
Hey,
more
look.
thing.
Yeah.
Sorry if this is too many.
No,
Let's just
you're our guest.
That's coming to mind. Sewer Shark on Sega CD scared me
Sewer.
because Sewer Shark was the game that, if I'm not mistaken, came packaged with Sega CD in the US. I don't know if that was always the deal, but I know everyone who had Sega CD had Sewer Shark.
Mhm.
But if you were to put the game in a CD player, there's a hidden like music track. Actually, it's not even music. It's like a hidden skit, and
Oh.
it's the scariest thing ever. It's a guy. It's the sound of a phone ringing, and a guy picks up the phone and says, "Hello, Digital Studios." Digital Studios is the name of the developer of the game.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, you hear all this like crowd of backwards talking people,
Something
and then it just
about yeah, backwards talking when I was young freaked me out. I don't know.
So it's supposed to be a joke, like,
yeah.
oh, there's a hidden backwards message if you
Mhm.
put the in it. But like as a kid, that didn't register. Like I
Yeah.
had no idea what we were trying to do. Like it was making fun of like backmasking and stuff.
Right.
That always. But yeah, that's my final thing of weird video game things that scared
Right.
me as a child.
I'm trying to dig deep into my memories of like what were those little nothing things or even purposefully scary things that stuck out to me. The songs and sounds I have going are lining up real well.
But like I know there are a few PC like FMV games that really spooked me, but I don't think it was like Phantasmagoria. I don't think I played that one.
I've only played Phantasmagoria 2. I've never played a single second of the first one.
No, it was just like you're going around like a haunted town and like creepy things happen to you, and it wasn't as, I don't know, cheesy looking as Phantasmagoria looks. I don't know.
Did Phantasmagoria use live action in the first one?
I think so, yeah.
Okay,
Well,
yeah.
but like I said, I never played it, but from the screenshots I've seen, like the heads-up display and like the characters, they look nothing like my memory of whatever this horror game I played at my cousin's house was.
Oh,
Yeah.
I remembered one. Was as a kid, I did really like Majora's Mask, but whenever you do the mask transformations,
Mhm.
the faces that Link would make would
yeah, that's-
scare me so
That's
much.
really scary.
Yeah,
It's still scary.
it is. Like, it's fine to look at now. I'm just like, oh yeah, there's that. But when you're like this young kid and you got Link screaming and then having these
Like in
creepy-
agony.
yeah, creepy faces.
And the fact that it's like, masks that belong to
Someone
people
who died.
dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Majora's Mask where I'm like, wow, did they go too far with this? Like,
Yeah,
but that's what makes it great. So
it is.
We want to bring one more person in to round out the end of the hour.
Why
Ask
would-
them.
We are giving our guests an extra half hour after our last.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if we want to,
Yeah.
we owe him this.
Yes.
It's in his contract.
So we're going long again tonight, I guess.
We're
I
going
guess I
long.
signed it.
Yeah, we all signed it in blood.
Okay, I'm gonna bring Carrie in if that's all right.
Bring her in.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello. Video games scary, right?
Yeah, video games can be real scary.
What can you tell us a little bit about when video games have scared you, either when you were younger or even now?
So I'm a big fucking baby back bitch, and I don't really play scary games because I get scared very
I
easily.
know that feeling.
But I think when I was a kid, the scariest stuff in games for me were like, not even me playing Ocarina of Time, but like watching my friends play Ocarina of Time and like trying to dodge the re-deads.
Yeah. What were those hands? The Wall Masters too?
Wall-
Yeah.
Yeah, Wall Masters. So as a kid, I didn't have my own console because my parents didn't want me to have like an actual console. I was allowed to have handhelds,
Mhm.
but they were like, if we get you a console, you're never gonna leave the house. And that was probably correct. So good on them. But even in handheld games like the Wall Masters
Yeah.
and like the the Oracle games scared the shit out of me. I'm trying to think. There was one. So in an elementary school in the 90s, we had like a library class twice a week, and one of those days of the week was computer lab. And that's where we would basically play like Number Munchers and Math Blasters and Oregon Trail. But there was this other game that was meant to be like an educational game or like a puzzle game, and the graphics in the game, and I can't remember for the life of me what it was called, but it was like you got sent to an island and turned into a weird puppet, and you had to like solve all these puzzles to get off the island.
I think I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember the name of it either.
Yeah, it exists only in the recesses of my brain, and it like the graphics in that game always freaked me out as a kid because they were like photos that were weirdly stitched together or something.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think the graphics are like digitized or something from what I remember. And I think I also had it on like the Macs at my elementary school.
Yeah, that game creeped me out. As an adult, though, I don't really play horror games because I'm a little weenie baby.
I am too.
Like, I don't really watch horror movies. Sometimes I'll watch my friends play horror games, but even then, I'm like freaking out on the couch because I can't handle it.
Like the main game I regret not playing is PT.
Okay.
Because there's so many people that just say how different and how good it was, and I'm curious. I've never even like watched gameplay of it.
Really?
Yeah.
I would
No, I haven't
recommend you
watched
watch
it either.
gameplay of it because like I've watched
Didn't
gameplay.
Junji Ito work on it?
Like-
No.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
Yes, he did. Well,
I'm pretty
I don't
sure
know.
he did.
So I don't know if Junji Ito worked on PT specifically, but he was.
He was signed on the game
monster-
for sure.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, he was the designer for the monsters that were
God.
going to be in the game.
Yeah, it was gonna be Guillermo del Toro and then fucking
Kojima.
And Kojima.
Yeah.
And Kojima. That's like a dream come true.
It's the
I
dream.
love Junji Ito's work.
Here's fucking scary, man.
Yeah.
Junji Ito's wild because he seems like such a delightful little man who lives with his cats, and then he just draws the most horrifying shit.
His
Dude,
stories
Uzumaki
are really good
fucked
at
me
just.
up.
They're really good at just getting under your skin, like
Yeah.
while you're reading them.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. It's just like it does it so well.
Oh yeah. I mean, as far as horror stuff is concerned, I sort of prefer like a visual novel rather than like a more active sort of game. Like I really enjoy Umineko and Higurashi, but those are more sort of psychological horror, though both have pretty graphic depictions of gore.
Mhm.
What about like Corpse Party?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Corpse Party, or someone in chat just mentioned Yume Nikki. That's another good one. for
Corpse
sure.
Party is so good at being very descriptive about the gore, but like you don't really see much.
Yeah, that's what I like about Umineko in particular. Is there's a lot of like descriptions of it, but they don't like force it on you really. Like it's up to how your brain wants to interpret the descriptions, which I sort of appreciate.
Yeah.
Like I can't do super heavy gore or body horror or anything like that.
So I don't know a single thing about this game, but I think because it's October, I'm finally gonna play it. I know I've never played Doki Doki Literature Club, but I know that has horror elements. That's
That
all
has-
I know.
Comes out
Is that-
physical on Friday.
Well, that's kind of a spoiler to know that.
That's the only spoiler I know
Yeah.
is that there are teen girls in it, and that there's some sort of horror element. I don't know the horror element, but I know there is something.
Yeah. Doki Doki's a really good example of psychological horror. And I think it does it. I think it does it really well in that sort of like existential crisis horror sort of way. But I don't want to say too much if you really don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I really don't. So
I think
I think even knowing that slight spoiler, I will still be surprised at what happens. So
Oh, for sure.
even though it's a completely different game, I feel like Pony Island is similar. Has a
yeah.
similar thing going for
Pony
it.
Island is amazing.
Pony Island's a very interesting one.
Yeah, it's a great game.
I prefer the games like Doki Doki or sort of in that same vein that are more of like a perpetual feeling of being uncomfortable rather than like a jump scare sort of horror.
Mhm.
I don't remember Pony Island having that many jump scares.
I don't think it really
I don't
did.
think it has any, but it's the same kind of thing where it's disguising itself as a different sort of game, and then the much darker, hidden thing behind all of the facade.
Yeah, Jake commented on this game, this Dracula game, just like, I love the animation on Dracula. He is walking with such just intention and
so
style.
much time into this Dracula game. Just the standing animation. Like, how much time did it take you guys to fucking code that into this Game Boy game? Jesus. And then you can run. A sexy ass run.
All the budget went on Dracula.
His idle animation's great too.
What game is this?
I have no idea.
Dracula something.
Dracula something. All right.
It's like Dracula,
Game
like
Boy.
Wild Eyes on
It's,
Game Boy Color or something.
Adult Dracula.
As
The
opposed to
sequel.
Kid Dracula.
Yeah.
Daddy Dracula.
He's Hallmark Dracula.
I was really, really happy with my Kid Dracula painting today.
That is.
I love
it is a
Kid
fitting
Dracula.
theme.
I've enjoyed everyone's Inktober stuff so far. It's all been really good.
Shouts out to the Inktober we're doing and for all. I believe
Yeah.
every drawing you do is a ticket into a giveaway that we're gonna do at the end of the month.
Spoiler.
It's podcast
Also,
exclusive.
Issa's fucking drawings. Holy shit.
I know.
Super good.
So check out Inktober.
Actively working on the one for tomorrow right now because I'm going to be out all day, so I'm trying to get ahead.
I need to do one for today.
I'm already fucked up. I haven't done today yet. I'm already
Oops.
giving up.
As is tradition of Inktobers.
No, I bought like a whole ass sketchbook and watercolor set, and I am determined to finish this out.
Well,
But
it was nice
Yeah,
having you,
spooky.
Carrie.
sure, thanks for having us. Spooky
Yeah.
games be spooky. And
Wait, spooky question for you.
oh,
If you had to die in a movie, what number position would you want to go?
what number?
Do you want to be
position?
first to
Or
go?
would you want to be last?
Oh,
or
I
would
thought
you want
you
to
were.
survive?
I thought you were implying like 69 or
Yeah.
something.
I-
Do you want to? What sex position are you trying to get murdered in?
I would rather be first to go so that I don't have to deal with the stress of,
yeah.
of watching
Of
everyone
staying
else
alive?
die. Yeah, that's
That's a
too
total
stressful.
sane answer for sure.
What is your answer, Vico?
I don't know. I think like second to last. Like I think I want to be the last person who dies,
You
or
wanna
I
hold
want to be
out.
like in the middle. Because I think like it's an experience. You know, like I'm gonna die anyways. I want to experience some of this shit going on here.
Yeah, man.
The
It's like
scariness
walking
and
out
like
of the
putting
movie.
your life on the line. It's like the most dangerous game. You know. Only a bunch of old white men aren't hunting me on an island. Or
Has
maybe
there
that
ever
is
been a
what's
good-
happening. I don't know.
Has there ever been a good movie adaptation of Most Dangerous Game?
Yeah, with Ice Cube or Ice T. Ice
What is
T. No, Ice Cube. God damn it, one of them. Ice T. It's Ice T.
Someone's iced.
At the end of the game, at the end of the movie, okay, the white dude who's hunting him and like finds him in the city, and he's like, "You really didn't win." And then like I think like the closing line in his was like, "You forgot to check the gun chamber or something," and then the gun like jams and explodes, and the guy dies, and then the movie's over.
Amazing.
You guys should watch it. It's really fucking stupid funny.
Next,
It might
next
be called the
server
most
movie
dangerous
night.
game.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Carrie.
You got it.
All right. So,
Watch PT.
okay. I'm doing it now.
The thing, no, don't do it now.
I'm not doing it now.
The thing with PT though, that was like, can never be replicated again, was being there the day it launched and having no idea what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, I bet. Just like, what is this? No hype, no nothing.
I have it on a PS3.
Yeah. Did it come out and people were like, "Here's Kojima's doing something," or what was it?
No, nobody had
It's a
any
demo
idea.
for the
what it
game.
was.
Oh, it was just here's
Right?
a game. Okay.
It didn't even advertise itself as a demo. It was just PT. You can download it for free, and it is what it is.
Wow.
It was like around the whole time when like the project got scrapped and like all this crazy shit was happening because they had been hyping it up for a while.
Well, I think
the supposed game.
it was supposed to take a lot longer to figure out what it was, but of course, like internet sleuths.
Right.
I think it was a girl who was live streaming it, and she somehow accidentally stumbled upon like the answer to solving it. And
Really?
obviously, when you finish it, it reveals that it's in fact a teaser for an upcoming Silent Hill game. But you wouldn't know that until you complete it. But the way you have to complete it is very, very cryptic, and like there's things in it that in different languages, and like the whole point was to make people like come together and discuss it and try to figure out like an ARG type
Yeah.
thing.
And someone just tripped and fell into it.
Basically, yeah.
Wow.
But it was still like very exciting, being there when it was, fresh and nobody really knew what it was.
Huh.
Because it was also having no idea what it is. It just makes it that much scarier too.
Yeah. Yeah, because it's just like, oh, what's this game? And then it's like, oh my god, what is going on? Huh.
I
Has
remember
anyone ever played the Toby Fox Halloween hack of Earthbound?
No.
Because I always wanted to, but I never played it yet.
I haven't
Pretty good.
played it.
What the fuck is that?
I've seen, footage of it.
It was like,
So remember on the last podcast I had mentioned Starman.net?
yeah.
So Toby Fox was a user on Starman.net, and they had a contest, I think, for Halloween, and he made that for the contest. It was a hack of Earthbound with a Halloween theme.
It was like, what? Dr. Anonauts is like evil or something?
Yes.
And like, that's where Megalovania like originated?
I believe so, yeah. That was the first thing it was in. And then it was in...
It was in Was it in Homestuck?
yes, it was, yeah.
Okay.
And then it was in Undertale.
That's crazy. That dude's a musical wonder.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt he would want anyone to play the Earthbound Halloween hack now, though, because I'm sure
Yeah.
he's embarrassed of it.
Probably, but it's like humble beginnings.
Yeah.
And he's like in the Pollyanna book. It's like going from making a ROM hack all the way back then to being in an officially
Damn.
licensed like mother book.
That was such a good game over screen. I just loved how that looked.
That's a tough loss because I didn't save any of those passwords.
Ah,
Go
Wait,
back, watch the
Time to
stream.
hit a bong.
Is this based on a property of some sort?
It has to be
question.
if it's based on Universal. Well, I guess maybe just Universal owns the rights to Dracula.
Dracula, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Universal
don't do
just
that.
owns the rights, I think. Part of the
But-
dark universe.
Make him small.
Spoiler alert.
Make him small. Oh yeah,
So I wonder why it's.
Dracula is public domain.
I wonder why it's a Universal game. I don't know. Maybe they're just trying to
Maybe
go out
they.
in their own, make an independent game, you know,
Yeah.
independent of any actual content that.
Probably this character, like what it looks like, the
Mhm.
depiction is owned by Universal.
This
Like this look
Dracula.
of Dracula.
Mhm.
But honestly, he looks like a fucking sheriff right now. Like I feel like
yeah,
he's got like a badge and like a pocket watch, and he's a Western vampire.
what
I'm not
Western
really sure
Western vampire is such a good genre. It needs to be. I would love to see a Western vampire game.
What's everyone's favorite Castlevania game?
Symphony of the Night.
Castlevania 64. I'm not even joking.
I-
though.
I have never played a Castlevania to completion.
What?
I've tried, but it's
Have you-
Yeah,
Have you played Symphony of the Night?
That's PS1.
20 minutes of it or so. Like I never
Oh.
got too far into it, but it's just
Game Boy Advance ones, I think, are the best out of all of them. The 2D ones.
They're very, very good.
I do feel like maybe I shouldn't play Symphony of the Night because then I'll want that out of print record.
Oh, it's hard to get now.
Not that hard, but still, it often goes for 3 digits, and I'm not quite sure I'm there yet with it.
Such a good soundtrack.
Mm.
I mean, Symphony of the Night's my favorite one, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's
Like,
it's so basic to say that.
it really is, but it's just like I could replay that at any time. And like if I wanted to challenge myself, do certain runs and not use certain items, like yeah, it's that one
What-
and then probably Rondo.
Yeah, that one's great as well. There's like every Castlevania game is good for the most part.
Right.
The only
Was the Kojima Castlevania a good one?
Kojima?
Yeah, he did Castlevania Lords of Shadow, right?
Oh, I think he
I didn't
may
play
have
that one.
been involved. Haven't played it either. That was what, like PS3, Xbox 360.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never played that one.
Yeah, it has the Kojima Productions Foxhound logo on it.
Well, now we know.
Wasn't there a rumor the other day like Konami is working on remakes or something?
Yeah. I'm wondering how true that is. Because there was a big thing about like Metal Gear going around. And like who's working on it and what's going on with that.
Well, it's like all this time Kojima was like, I don't want to work on Metal Gear anymore. Now he can't, so I
Right.
guess he got what he wanted.
Shadows of the Damned, yeah. Shadows of the Damned rules. I love Shadows of the Damned.
Like I've been on a slow quest to play every single Castlevania game. The most recent ones I played were the original Game Boy ones. I could not
I've only
stand that
played
first
the-
one.
It's so bad. I was
It's
about to say.
so
like,
bad. It's like probably one of the worst games I've played.
I think the soundtrack
The
is
NES?
pretty good for it. The
The Game Boy one.
Crawfish Interactive.
Oh,
Oh my god, Godzilla the series.
What?
Just like based on, a cartoon series based on the Matthew Broderick movie.
Yeah. Like we
Looking
kill all
good.
these people. Die, 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 die. I'm super cool, Godzilla. They're like, what if Godzilla was cool and in high school? And that's how
Is
they
this-
modeled this Godzilla.
Is this just cropped poorly, or is he just intentionally not showing his entire body on screen?
I think they were just
Like-
trying to save money.
Yeah,
Oh
I could do
save
this, you could do that.
resources. Yeah.
Look at the rest of his body, it's there.
I
Die.
guess it's a pretty big sprite.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Select is how you shoot fire. Like,
What?
that is the most inconvenient button to press ever. Oh shit, I need fire. Let me reach all the way across my controller.
Yeah.
You know, Bart's Nightmare had a stage like this.
Yeah.
Going
This is
back
just
to
cheap
Bart's Nightmare.
development. It's a whole game like this?
I wouldn't doubt it. Whoa! Turbo fire.
It's the same sprite too as like the fireball. It's just really fast. That's the fire.
Everything's the same.
I remember the Godzilla series, the Men in Black series came out around the same time, I think.
Mhm.
And they
I
both
like
look
downloading
very
mods.
similar.
You find the funniest games.
Some of those
Always
bootleg
movie game.
ROMs are real good too.
Oh shit! You know what? I gotta
continue.
go see if I have Little Nicky. That would be really funny to play right now.
The Little Nicky Game Boy Color game.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
love
play that.
Adam Sandler and stupid ass movies.
Does anyone want to?
Oh my god, it's here.
Oh no. The Adam Sandler Little Nicky. Oh no.
Yeah. Give
There's
me a second.
we got anyone in the waiting room who wants to come on and talk about what kind of video game vinyl horror soundtracks they enjoy?
Bring them in. Bring someone.
I don't
in.
know who does. I don't.
Ooh. All right.
I don't want to. I don't want to get an opinion that. Okay. That's just kind of like ours, where we were talking about not really knowing much about it being more than just like atmospheric music. But it looks like Tyler has an opinion, so I'm going to bring him in.
Bring him in.
Alright.
Or perish.
Hi.
Oh heck, I'll bring in Metal Leg too.
Full party.
Yeah.
What? I'm in here now?
Yeah.
What is
All right, guys.
going
Would you rather
on?
be mummies or zombies?
What was the first option?
Mummies.
Mummy.
Mummies. Yeah.
Shit with like... Well, what kind of powers do I have as a mummy, though?
I'll be a zombie. I want to be different.
I don't know what mummy powers are there.
And then
You
there's
can
like
meet
28
Brendan
Days
Fraser.
Later zombies. And then there's like Night of the Living Dead zombies.
That's a good call. What zombies would you want to be?
I think I think like 28 Days Later zombies, they like live fast and die fast, you know?
Mhm.
You just kind of go
That's
full
a lot.
sprint and then die of hunger.
What about like a zombie that controls other zombies? That would be cool. Like have the call of the zombie.
Lord of the Zombie.
This game looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
I
Adam
feel
Sandler as like an 8-bit sprite is
Yeah.
so funny. And I'm just thinking about this movie, like the brothers. Get in the flask. This movie's so fucking dumb.
It really was.
I'd be a Return of the Living Dead zombie. They look like they had so much fun.
That's kind of what I was thinking
You
with
a punk that
Tarman.
zombie?
I can feel myself rot. That's what one of them said.
Is this supposed to be Harvey Keitel?
Oh my god, he looks so weird.
Wow.
No, if I had to be any other monster,
Just
I would be
dialogue.
like Bram Stoker Dracula.
Mhm.
He has a shit ton of powers. It's phenomenal.
Vampires don't count. Like Brain Dead, like zombie and mummy are kind of the same thing. Because like
Yeah.
who wouldn't take a vampire? You just get to like fuck for all eternity and you lose your feelings. Sounds like the life.
Sounds good to me, man. You get to fuck as a wolf?
Furry.
Yeah, but then you're a wolf.
And you're
Just like this
furry.
mangy mutt. You don't get to wear like cool, sophisticated outfits to like parties that never end.
You just get
man,
to wear
have you
flannel.
Have you seen what they do in the shadows? They wear pretty cool clothes, and just
I love that show. I love Matt Berry.
fucking phenomenal, man. The movie is fucking great too.
What?
Like, how cool would it be to go to a Blade blood orgy, but not be a person that dies?
I can't get over Little Nicky's walk cycle.
What? Like,
He's like
I don't know what's
boogieing,
going
bro.
on, and why is there a Kentucky Fried Chicken on fire? I don't get it.
Because he loves Kentucky Fried Chicken.
He does love.
I know, but it's like they couldn't buy the rights to Kentucky
You're
Fried
right,
Chicken,
so
so it's
they-
just called chicken.
chickens.
Oh yeah. Well,
Faster now,
Oh,
because I ate the chicken. Oh my god, and I could jump that. Genius.
wow.
It's
Thank
too
you, Adam
powerful.
Sandler.
Like a motorcycle.
So, do you all have scary video game experiences that you remember? Some of your
From-
first times.
My first time was a like over the top RPG, a like point and click kind of like Fallout 1 and 2, a game called Arcanum. When you would die, it would show you like a gravestone and then like a recently dug grave, and it would play like violin music, and I would literally sprint away from the
Yeah.
computer as fast as possible. Because I would like, okay, I got 10 HP. This guy's beating me to death. I'm going. I'm out. And I
I'm
just
not
run,
dealing with this.
dude. It would scare me so bad. So like, I'd sit upstairs for like a minute because my computer was downstairs in what used to be an office, but we hadn't done anything to the basement, so it was just kind of like stone walls and floors. So just locked in this little corner room, and I would just sprint out of it. I'm like, I can't do this. I'm not powerful enough.
Mine would have to be Resident Evil 2 when the zombies break in through Kendo's gun shop, like the windows. That messed with me hard. And then my brother would walk into the room pretending he's a zombie. I was like, what, like 8 or 7? I can't remember. And he would like moan and crap, and I'd just be like, I just remember like backing up against the wall, like just scared shitless. Honestly,
Yeah.
It was bad.
what about all the arms crashing through the wall? The hands in the police station?
Well, I never got that far.
Oh, okay.
Little
I
too
never
scared.
got that far. Kendo's gun shop is like the first 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, there's a hallway in the police station where like you walk through it multiple times and like
Yeah.
and nothing ever happens, and there's one part there's just like a whole bunch of hands that just rip through the wall and try to grab you. It's like
jeez.
probably
yeah.
one of the scariest things in the entire series.
Resident Evil 2, when the liquor crashes through the one-way mirror in the interrogation room, that's scary. I don't know. And then Resident Evil 3, I would only play up to the point where you get to RPD, because you fight Nemesis right outside of RPD. I was scared of Nemesis, and I never went in. I would just stop and reset the game there.
That was fun. Let's do it again.
Yeah, not even lying to you. Yeah, no, it was Resident Evil was my first haunt, and then it was Silent Hill 2 afterwards. Though I don't really ever remember being scared of Silent Hill 2. I remember just loving everything about it though.
I was
didn't really get
super scared of Silent Hill 2 the first time I played it.
it never bugged me, and I'm thinking about it now, and I'm actually kind of weirded out about how it never really had any real effect on me. It had an effect on me in the way that I love it as a game, and I love the music, but never as to get scared. I don't play Silent Hill to get scared, I guess, which is kind of weird.
It was just a
Oh,
dog controlling the entire game, though.
Yeah, no, that's probably why.
The Silent Hill games always scared me much more than Resident Evil. Like way, way, way more.
The next game that made me crap my pants was Doom 3. Doom 3 was a religious experience in horror. That first level, like the atmosphere, oh my god.
Did you ever get the jump scare where you stare at yourself in the mirror?
Yep, and that shit
Yeah.
zooms in, fucking loud noises, oh my god.
Yeah.
That was wild.
I think Metroid.
You know what I really gotta
Fusion
say?
scared me.
It's Popeye's chicken. It's not KFC.
Oh.
It's
Ah,
Popeye.
yeah. The subtle product placement in an Adam
The
Sandler
rain
film.
of-
Yeah, I gotta clarify that for the viewers. Don't give any money to KFC. Give it to Popeye.
Oh, speaking of clarifying things, I meant to bring this up. So the last time I was on here, I said that like the first video game CD I got was like Final Fantasy or something.
Oh. Yeah, what is it?
It was definitely Killer Cuts from Killer Instinct,
Ah,
Yeah.
packaged with the game.
I guess that would make sense, huh?
Yeah, so it was
I mean-
for sure Killer Cuts.
Yeah, same general era of video games, but now we know. Killer Cuts started everything.
Yeah,
Such a
before I
good one
forget.
too.
Frank made video game vinyl because of Killer Cuts. Thanks, Frank, for
No
everything.
Y'all listen to any like horror movie soundtracks at all? I know there's video games, but there's a couple of good soundtracks out there as well.
I have Mad Monster Party on vinyl, and I have Bobby Boris Pickett, and I've got the Monster Mash. But
Some classics though.
Those are scary, especially the Monster Mash.
I get
Yeah.
some of the Milan releases like Hereditary and The Lighthouse.
The Lighthouse is such a good one for this season.
I like drone music, I guess. I've kind of come to like find out because I find it very effective. I actually watched The Empty Man, and I won't say much about it, but there's a ton of drone music, and it was 2 hours of like just something at the pit of my stomach. It was pretty intense. It was great.
Yeah, it kind of sticks with you.
Yeah, it
I
does.
really got to get the Mandy soundtrack on vinyl.
Mandy's such a good one too. Yeah.
I guess-
Joey brought up Suspiria. That one's got such a good
Suspiria
soundtrack.
with Goblin.
Yeah,
Alright, original Suspiria or remake Suspiria? Like
I haven't seen the
movie-wise.
remake yet.
So I've heard
Sorry.
a lot of weird things about the remake. I've seen it, but I've heard like you either love it or you hate it, kind of a deal. I'm in the love it camp. It's pretty good. That Goblin.
I
soundtrack,
definitely
though,
liked the original better than the sequel or than the remake.
the remake.
It's just like something is just like undefinably creepier when like because that film I believe Argento filmed that in a way where like everyone was speaking their native language
Yeah,
and then it would get dubbed into other language. So like imagining someone speaking English and someone speaking Italian, like that sort of language disconnect really could produce some weird stuff that couldn't be reproduced otherwise, I think.
yeah. The all Italian films for like I want to say like a good at least 10 years did that. If they were bringing on an international crew,
Mhm.
that's why they did that. That's why their mouths never match up in the Good, the Bad, and the Ugly or any of the other of that trilogy.
Do you own any horror vinyl, Atrix?
No. I'm not huge into the genre, so it's pretty unknown to me. And I don't collect a ton of movie
Okay.
vinyl.
I don't think I do. Maybe like Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's spooky.
Mm-hmm.
Eraserhead, maybe.
I
I
have
want
that
the
one.
Eraserhead. I want the one with the 7-inch.
Yeah, I have that one. It's a good one, but
Sacred
it's
Bones release.
it's really really funny because it's just the movie. Like
Yeah,
it's not music, it's just the movie on vinyl, and then the 7-inch is all the music that's on the movie.
Wait, is it really just the?
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Almost, yeah. The thing about Eraserhead is, and it's one thing that I picked up whenever I was first watching it, but like it's an audio experience. Like you can almost like just hear the movie, and you know you don't really need to watch it. Or I think like it can get to the point where if you didn't really need to watch it, you can listen to it, still be bothered by it.
Yeah, it's kind of just a weird movie, and that's kind of what works so well with it.
Have y'all heard of Pontypool? The movie called Pontypool.
No.
It's a movie that takes place in a radio station, and that's all it is. Something's happening in the world, and like people are like calling into this radio station and reporting in. So it's a movie you could watch, but it's also a movie you can just listen to. And you'll still kind of get the story, except for at some points it cuts to French, and without subtitles you're kind of screwed unless you know the language. I would recommend, if you guys are looking for something to watch for Halloween, Pontypool is a really great experience. It's one of those things where you kind of have to imagine what's going on because you don't see it. And that's pretty cool.
Now we know. So check
They
out.
put boob head in this game. There's literally a character with boobs on its head, and they put it in this fucking video game.
Isn't that like, that's not Satan, is it? Isn't that like the dad?
No, this is that one character who is like the slave, and he puts boobs on his head in the beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
I forgot the guy who plays him, the actor.
Yeah, I forget it.
Tarantino.
But-
I looked up the movie, and the second person credited is Quentin Tarantino.
Yeah, he's in it. He
Quentin
plays
Tarantino is like a
plays
priest
blind,
or something.
guy. Yeah, blind priest.
I have no
And Harvey
idea.
Keitel is in it too.
that movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen this movie.
You've never seen Little Nicky? It's like the worst movie ever. It's amazing.
Perfect time to watch it here in Halloween.
Absolutely.
There's so many ridiculous scenes. There's like a church scene where they like his brothers get the whole church to be bad.
They
No
definitely
basketballs
knew
are
they were
needed.
making an awful movie for sure. Like, it's
I
very
think so. I
self-aware
think
of
they're
how
like,
bad it is.
Water Boy worked for them, and I think they used the Water Boy like formula, and it just didn't fucking work.
Is it Clint Howard who you're thinking of, Pico?
No, Clint Howard is a cross-dresser in the movie.
Okay, because I'm just trying to look through it, and it just says nipples, and I'm like, maybe. Just maybe
He's
that's
like the
him.
boss. He's the boss from Grandma's Boy.
Kevin
The one that has the
Nealon?
stupid beams. Mr. Cheezel? Yeah. Kevin Nealon. He gets boobs on his head.
Am I just remembering correctly? But I think Ozzy makes an appearance in that movie too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Henry Winkler.
Closer to the end of the movie, I believe. Yeah.
What a weird
That's
movie.
such a wild movie now that I
Yeah.
think about it. I haven't watched that shit in years.
Oh yeah, spoilers.
Little
to-
Nicky is
spoilers
so
to
dumb.
anyone who hasn't seen Little Nicky. Sorry.
Can't believe this.
There's like a really shitty talking dog, like terrible CG if you watch it now.
Yo! This thing is actually... This premise seems horrid.
All right.
All right. Yeah.
Should we wrap up?
We should wrap it up.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yes.
Yeah. Got any final thoughts on? Do you have any video game vinyl that's horror? Like, what is your favorite spooky sort of EGM, either on vinyl or not? I guess.
For me, it's a tie, but on vinyl at least, from between the Splatterhouse 2, just because I love Splatterhouse. It's a fantastic side-scrolling action game, and it really does kind of set the mood for horror, just the way it's all set up. Or PT, but that PT is just unbeatable. Just really terrifying release.
The bugs.
The bugs. I love the cockroaches, but mine didn't come with any, so I have to buy a box of them. Just
Make your own
pretend.
bugs.
Yeah. Just collect them.
Mine. Yeah, I would say on my end it would be PT. I mean, it truly is unbeatable. I do agree with that statement wholeheartedly. If I had to pick just another one, I know it was mentioned earlier, but Bloodborne.
Mm-hmm.
Whenever I think of like, well, spoilers for Bloodborne, but whenever I think about like cosmic horror, I think Bloodborne. Like if Cthulhu were to like show up tomorrow, I want Bloodborne music playing as we all die.
Yeah, I want to hear Mikolash's theme.
Dude, oh man, I could go on. We all gotta wrap up, so I'll just leave
Yeah.
it there.
Thank you both.
Well, thanks. Yeah,
Thank you
thanks
very
for joining.
Do we have any closing thoughts? Frank?
Super Monkey Ball,
What's this?
Banana Mania, definitely get the DLC for the original soundtrack.
And that's a fact. Good night, everyone.
All right.